Hello folks, sorry I'm slightly late today. 10 minutes isn't too bad. Oh, my camera is all over the place. I've been tinkering with my webcam, can't quite get it right. I need to tinker with my lighting in the room. So sorry if I look a bit off today. I look very red. Get back in your box, I know. I look very red today. I'll try and keep within the walls. You'll have to let me know. I've been trying to fix the old transparent forehead problem with my webcam. The lovely Perpetual sent me some clips last night. I think it's down to my chroma key, my green screen key, but we'll have to have a look. So if I'm coming through very red and like an angry Viking boy, an angry Viking Scottish boy, you'll have to let me know. But yeah, we are going to carry on with the base today and get a few things tidied up. The first thing I need to do is sort out our gas piping and a few odds and sods. So we're going to jump straight into it. But first of all, Perpetual, hello. Das Ubergrix, you got second, mate. That's pretty solid. Can't argue with that. Mick, you got third. Take that. Azinris, you were too slow today, but I still love you. Yeah, sorry I'm slightly late. I've just been fanning about with techie stuff. So I'm hoping it looks a bit better. My webcam seems to be in the wrong position now. Oosh, 1 second. Let me see if I can lower this boy a little bit. How's that? That a bit better? Blep. So you'll have to let me know if the webcam is doing derpy things. I'm hoping it'll be alright. Now then, old Uncle Canny on Discord just pointed out that I may be in an infinite loop of coal delivery in this room, so I just want to get a quick sweep done. Last stream, if you remember, at the death of the stream, I was trying to sort some automation wires out and tidy up a couple of these bits. How are we looking here? Yeah, so we could get these wires in. So we now have a wire coming down for petrol gens. Ooh, I don't like how that's run. I might have to just straighten that up. We now have an wire that we can use for our petroleum gens, which is important. We'll just get that done. But he pointed out that our tubes may be coming in here and delivering coal and dropping off coal, so he's quite right. So let's just get this bastard sealed up again. Like so. And then we'll get this one done in a second. So, in terms of the base, we need to crack on with a few things today. I need to ideally have a look at this filter setup, and I'm not happy with what I've done here, so I think I want to try and condense this and make this a bit smaller. We don't need to get the oxygen on right now, so I'd rather take a moment just to think about this and make sure it's right. I think I can make this smaller. Or do we just bang this on for now? Could just bang this in for now just to get it going. Oops. We'll have a little recap in a second as well. But yeah, there's a few things I need to get done today. I also need to expand on our coal output. Although that might not be so much of a problem if we get some of the power sources up today. And I'm also going to go down here and just rip out all this crap. Because I'm not happy with it. Not happy with it at all. I thought you said you're going to be on time today. Yeah, and then I woke up with really sore eyes, which is why I'm late. I had this thing, I don't know if I've mentioned this to you before. Do you remember a couple of years back I had this, I had like a parasite in my eye, I had like a bug in my eye that was eating my eyeball. Well, that stemmed to be from a condition that I have. I don't know if you call it a condition. A disorder. I have something called meibomial gland disorder. Meibomial gland disease. Basically gives me really sticky eyes, so I wake up feeling like shit. Can't wake up. So last night I actually went to bed, and you're going to take the piss out of me for this. I went to bed with like a hot eye patch on. Hot eye mask, I suppose. And it just didn't help. I woke up feeling like shit. I can feel it coming on, like my eyes get really sticky. And that's what I've been like today. So if it looks like I'm hungover, I'm not. I've just got sore eyes. So I was kind of late because I couldn't see for a little while. And then I had to tinker with my webcam a little bit more. I did play with it last night, but I was obviously a little bit out of it last night. So when I turned on my computer before, I was literally like a fucking super red. A hot eye patch makes you sound like some kind of angry red pirate. Yeah. Best excuse for hangover. I don't drink perpetual. I don't drink anymore, mate. I gave up booze. I gave up cigarettes. That's why I vape. Vape is my only crux now. My only you know, vice. What do you call it? I don't know. I don't really drink anymore unless I'm socially drinking. I don't really drink at home unless I'm going out on the piss or something, which doesn't happen very often. I'm not really a boozer anymore. I very much got all that out of my system for a good period of time. In what I would like to refer to as the naughty years. The naughty boy years. You're still ginger, how dare you. Muggins, how are you, buddy? Right, I need to make sure people are out of here whilst we do this. That'll do. How are you today, Muggins? What's going on? Alright then, so... yeah, all this automation here will be removed. Bang, and then we'll go. Cool. We got in here and messed about with our pumps, didn't we? And then we also went into our oxygen room and messed about with that as well. I didn't set up this because I'm an idiot. So I've now primed this with oxygen. Fuck. So I'll need to rip you out. Oh, in fact, no, I just need to dump you out and nip this bridge off. Oh, no. Oh, no. This was a mistake. Deconstruct. 9. Deconstruct. 9. Oh, you fucking ass. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. So, what have we got going on here? The oxygen's currently pissing out, that's fine. So, I need to make sure that these have a place to go, essentially. So, we can put the oxygen in here now. We'll do this. This is just to get this oxygen lines online, as I say. So yeah, we went into here and we moved the pumps around and we put more pumps in our oxygen tank. This game is complicated. Waterglen, how's it going? It is if you just come into it as a new player. But if you play a few colonies, you soon get into it. There's a lot to it, but it's kind of one of those games where it is what you make of it. So if you... Yeah, +7, nice. If you came into it and just sort of wanted to meander at your own pace, you could do. You'd survive for a little while, and like we've come into this a little bit out of the loop after having not played for a good while, and I'm just sort of taking things at my own pace and chilling out, and it's been quite nice. I'm now at the point though where I need to have a lot of systems online and functional, which is it means my base has some things that I'm dependent on constantly being powered, but I've run out of power in certain areas. It's like now I'm dealing with this gold volcano, and if I'm not careful, I'm going to boil it, which I don't want to do. So yeah, today we've got to get some more power options and stuff sorted. I want to maybe head towards space. I'm currently just pissing out oxygen through here, which is not what I wanted to do at all. Oh, you idiot. What in the fucking... Oh, wait. What in the world? Why have I connected that like that? This valve is backwards. Wait, no, this is meant to be for chlorine. Okay. So why have I connected that up? Oh, I see. Right, I'm trying to make sense of this maze that I made last stream. Gabriel, how's it going? Just go back from the gym. It's hot as balls here in Spain. Oh. Right, I'm just trying to make sure. I want to see what happens when this is connected, so I want to get this done now, so I can see. I think I might have done this ass about face, but I'm trying to cram too much stuff in here, basically. So this should allow my oxygen, and only my oxygen, to go through here. In theory. And that can now be going into my place. Even life's complications are too complicated for life. Well, they are at the minute, because it's all happened at once. But we'll get there, we'll fix it. So we've now got our oxygen coming in from here, that's good. I'm hoping these don't pick up any chlorine, but there is that chance that they can, which is why I've got this other line in place. So we need to make sure that this is right. So this is basically bridging around here. So this bridges backwards over to there. And this bridges backwards into there, which then goes to a valve here, which needs to be set to 999. And then this one needs to be set to 1. However, this is now borked. So I'll need to empty that line. Because this is meant to be primed with chlorine. It's currently primed with oxygen, which is wrong. So all these pipes need to be removed. Yeah. Don't know how I would stop that from just emptying out. So let's just rip you out. We'll get the chlorine line in, then it's done. And I shouldn't need to worry about it. So if we slap a bridge there just for a second. Any chance for a quick overview of your various systems? If you've already done it, just ignore me. If you haven't done but simply don't want to, just ignore me. No, I can go over it with you, mate. I'm just in the midst of a bit of a power problem at the minute. So I'm going to need to crack on in a minute. But yeah, in terms of systems, we don't really have that much set up, really. Well, we've got a few odds and sods. We've got 2 power grids, which is currently not enough for what we need. We need to expand on this at the minute. We've got a hot steam vent over here. That's being cooled by a steam turbine. That's giving us a bit of passive power. And cooling down the hot steam vent as well, so we get the water from it. The water just comes out the steam turbine. We've got loads of bedrooms, because we expanded for a big boy base. Shit. I never got this online, so I've got polluted dirt in here. Bastard. Oh, it's going to make me sad. Let me see if we can get rid of this and see what happens if we hop inside. What else have we got? We've got a bit of a glossy Dreco ranch, just a very basic one, just to get us a bit of plastic. We've got our rec room, we've got a bit of science still in place here. We've got a massage room, kitchen area, mess tables, med bay, just a very basic med bay that's probably going to get ripped out shortly. We've got some toilets, a start of a Pacu farm, which I need to keep an eye on as well. Need to start cultivating some eggs, basically. I'd like to tinker with that in a bit. We've got some hatch ranches over here, some hatch ranches over here. We've got a load of bristle blossoms that we're growing, because we've got loads of cold water. And then down at the south, we've got our oil storage, our petroleum storage. We put this in at the end of the last stream, but it's not working properly at the minute. I want to have a tinker with this and make it just a straight through line, I think. We've got the start of a petrol gem build down here. We've got our clay maker build down here, which is using an infectious oxygen vent to make us clay, because we need clay on this map. We've got some slickster ranches, which are sort of semi-working at the minute, but not quite. Nice. These were meant to be only working on automation, but by the looks of it, I've just pissed all this out. You are not connected, are you? Oh, you are. If above 870. And then, yeah, we basically dug the oil biome out a little bit. We're probably a good way behind what we normally would be at this many cycles, but meh, honestly, I was a bit out the loop. And then down here we've got steam turbines, aquatuna build. This is meant to be boiling off some salt water and cooling a gold volcano at the same time, getting us a bit of power, getting us some cold water. This is kind of turned off for the minute because I didn't have enough power to run it, so that's sort of dormant. And that's about it, really. We've also got a hot hydrogen vent up here that we've capped. Yeah, this is basically giving us some hydrogen every now and again. It was a hot boy, so we had to cool it. So yeah. So, let me just make sure this gets emptied. I want to be able to walk away from this and go and fix a few things. And then bring this extra oxygen pump up into the base. Batteries keep being empty, can't keep up, we just need more power generators. Exactly, yeah. Oh, what's this? Sorry, Madison. Use coal generators with transformers and the power cords are always yellow. Is there something I can do to change that? Why are you empty? Oh, you've got nowhere to go. Derp. There we go. Yeah, as Perpetual says, generally it might mean that you don't have enough power coming in. As long as they're not red, you're okay. Don't transformers hold power storage like batteries? No, only a tiny amount, enough for like 1 pulse. So they'll hold like 1,000 joules, which is nothing really. Let's just leave that there a second. I can actually prime this with a bit of chlorine from here. And then we'll just rip this pipe out in a second. Yeah, so if I'm a bit all over the place, guys, you know why. I got sore eyes. Alright. So, at this point... can't really go into there because that's where I want my valve to be. I can maybe get a packet in here, though. Like a couple of packets in. Okay. There we go. Alright. That should be fine. Let me just nip this out for a second. And nip you out for a second. And we're going to want a cheeky valve to go there. Yeah, what I probably should have done was change the orientation. That's right, orientation of these filters. And had them facing upwards instead, but meh. Let's see. Yeah, that'll be fine. I had them like vertical, but then I didn't really have enough room where my piping is for this. I would have had to move my piping underground, underneath, and it should have been a bit of a pain in the ass. So. It is what it is. It's not perfect, but at least I did leave a bit of space for this. Critter starvation. What? Oh, Paku boy. You're not meant to be alive. Where's the babby? We've got 2 babbies in here now. That's too many babbies. You're meant to be dead. Oh, wait. Let's give them access. I only wanted 1 babby in here. 2. Yeah, let's give it a little 1-year-old. Don't know if baby Pakus actually give us meat, by the way. No, big boys should. Oh, they do. Babies give us Paku meat as well. I wasn't sure if they give us like a different amount. Right, I should still have some chlorine in here, so just get this built and then change it. Come on. Right, let's get my protein in me. Okay, if we set this now to 1 gram, get somebody to come and toggle this. So this should now be done. And then all we need to do is let's see. Well, this is our filtered output, which needs to go across here, and into there. That's for our chlorine. And I don't honestly know if we'll ever really use this. Because I don't think we're going to actually pick up much chlorine from here. I think these salt vines are going to eat everything when it's fully running. So, but we'll see. And then what I can probably do, if I did that and that, and I just bridged off one of these lines, this could be giving me a bit of oxygen for now to get these exosuits online. It won't be perfect, but it'll do. Strikers, how's it going, mate? Yeah, some honey. We've been playing nothing but honey recently. Since the we were getting close to lunch, pre-release was out. We've been playing nothing but honey. I've been getting my honey on in a major way. Right. Alright then, so now I can get my additional pipe up here, which means I'm going to have to do a bit of rejiggling up here. Why am I... Oh, I see. I'm bridging into here for the vents. Okay. Well, yeah, I need to get my oxygen up here, because I was basically having suits that weren't getting enough oxygen, so this is how we're going to fix it. This is the plan. And what we'd have is something like need to get this pipe built first. We'll get this pipe in, and then it will all make sense. So much piping. Well, this is the thing. It's because I've got this centralized storage, so you're going to have a massive piping around here. It's because I'm making it in point A and not just pumping it straight into the base. I'm pumping it into a central storage, which means this is where all the action's happening. This is where all the busyness is happening. This side I'd like to fix, as I say, so we can rip out some of these manual gas filters, but we can get to that shortly. We probably are going to need to get a bit more coal coming in. And I've literally, I think I've dug all the coal that I can really reach right now. Don't really want to fanny about trying to get any more. Yeah, I think we're pretty much coaled out for now, so we'll have to just rely on the hatches for now until we get these petroleum gens up. Which I may well get done now, actually. Let's get you... I need some access up here, really. Let's just get rid of you. And then we can build you and we can put a ladder in. Yeah, we'll just do a normal ladder. And then we'll have a pump in here. I'm hoping it doesn't need to be gold, but I'll make it out of gold anyway, just to be safe. And then we're going to need access up here as well. I'll just deconstruct these for a minute. I'm going to put these to a 1. In fact, I'm going to cancel the jobs. No. And no, we're going to have to dump all this oil out. And I think I'm just going to run it straight through. I didn't want to. I wanted to recycle it and circulate it. But Wachunga has actually come up with a solution using a dupe pressure plate. But I think it will still have its own problems, to be honest. Right, there we go. So we're now getting this oxygen out at least, which is good. And then this boy would need to bridge into here somewhere, and I don't even want to look at that right now. I don't want to consider that right now. I think you'd have to go out and around, which I'm not prepared to do right this minute. Ladder isn't in the middle. I know it's not in the middle. I wasn't going to do a double ladder though, just for this. There is no middle. It's 4 wide. How can I do a middle ladder? There we go. Fire pole. But then I still won't be able to fit the pump in. You're trolling me. I ain't doing it. No way. Right. So I was going to cool this this whole thing down with some liquid cooling, but I might actually extend this loop down and do everything. So what I want to do, because the petroleum generators output at a fixed 40-degree temperature, providing you cool them to around that temperature. It's 40 degrees minimum is what I'm trying to say. So I think the carbon dioxide comes out a bit warmer, but the polluted water that they output will come out at 40 degrees, unless they're hotter than that. So what I'm thinking is what liquid I can use to cool all this build, cool this build, cool this build, and cool this in one go. I don't want to use slush water, but I wouldn't be opposed to using polluted water. The only thing is, I've only got lines coming up here off geysers, and I'm not sure how long I would trust that for. Unless I put in like a tank over here maybe. Like a little buffer tank over here, or a couple of buffer tanks over here. Which you could do. But the problem is, when this is dormant, it's dormant for 60 cycles. And when this is dormant, it's dormant for 40 cycles. So yeah, it's dormant for a long time. So even if I put like 2 or 3 of these reservoirs in, it still wouldn't hold enough to keep this going, I don't think. Yeah, I was going to say that, Perpetual. It's hard for me to follow in chat, Madison, but if you whack it on Discord, I'm sure we can help out. No problem at all. No problem. I could put in a few reservoirs. That'll give me like 10 tons for argument's sake of liquid. Move this oil pipe a little bit. 10 tons of spare coolant. We'll just come off this line. But would 10 tons be enough to keep things going? I honestly don't know. Don't feel like it would. The ultimate idea is that we'd have a aqua tuner here that was going to give us the coolant to keep everything nice and cool. But we can't build this till we get to like thermium. Need space materials to get to this. So I need a solution for now. I think it's going to have to be polluted water. So, let's start by emptying this pipe so we can get it moved. Let's do a couple of jobs on this boy just to get the oil moved. And then we're going to rip out all this automation. So, you should now be getting fed every day. You should be the happiest little fish in the world. Okay, so he can pick up eggshell as well. We could actually have him go into a loader to collect the eggshell. He's going to be picking up the meat, but for now we just need to get our dupes in to get that. Just so it doesn't get to waste. So we've got some Pacu fillet that needs to be collected. The only problem is if a fishy drops his egg up there, which they might do. Alright, just get this sweet fillet. I can lock this door again. Pacu fillet, you mean? Yes. If I was being pretentious, yes. I think fillet is still spelt the same, but I'm assuming you did it, so I would read it phonetically. Fillet. How's it going, Stone? Got it. Are we not storing fillet? Oh no, there we go. Why did they pick up like part of it and then part of it and then leave like 130 cals? What's that all about? Why they do this? Yeah. There we go. Right, you're all banned from here for now. I will need to do some more conveyor lines. I've not got around to it yet. I'm kind of more concerned about the power, so I need to get this working. This will give me a decent amount of power on each side, so... Where am I going to cool this bastard? How am I going to cool it? Realistically... This will be able to come out of here and go into there. This is 30-degree water, isn't it? So you would be bridging into... Do it like that. You'll be bridging into there. This is now nearly empty. We'll do one more job. How's your Jeep doing? You're flying, Madison. You are golden, don't worry. You are and super dupe. Super dupe. You are flying. This would be just nice and easy. We'll just bridge this into this line. And this is just going to be for collecting eggshell, potentially. Although, it's only going to be here. Fuck it. I'm not going to do that. That's daft. This one's going to be for collecting eggshell and meat. So, we'll have... eggs going into this one. And also bouncing back into here occasionally. And then... There will be some meat and stuff ends up in here, but it should be very infrequent. We probably need a loader for it anyway. And then we'll need another loader over here. Another sweeper over here with a loader and a loader. And we'll need a chute in here as well. And then what we'll need is... This would come to... Just come straight out the build and go into there. And up to there. I think that's the same sort we've done with our hatches. And then we just need a critter sensor in here. We would need critter sensor there. Basically to tell this where to send the eggs. I think that's all we need really for the fishes. Should be nice and easy. I think. I think that'll be fine. And then one of these is going to be meat, which needs to go to the kitchen. Which would need to go into this one. Yeah, this one we could just have as like, this one we could just bridge into this line as well. Like so. Like so. And then this can pick up any eggs and any shell and meat that falls in here. Drop it in here, and then this one can handle it and send it where it wants to go. Just so I don't have to put conveyor lines all over the place. We'll open this up for a minute. They're probably going to fanny about doing algae and stuff, but that's fine. We'll make this priority. It already is priority 9. Okay. Starters mean to go on. Sit down now, everybody. I'm here. The party can now begin. Nice. Still making my way over to the brain in the jar station I found. Nice. I ran into a coal geyser. Coal. Do you mean CO2 geyser? Carbon dioxide. Guy went on a date, called in sick the next day, then quit without 2 weeks' notice. Oh, Madison, I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh, but that's like something out of a fucking film. Holy shit. Holy shit, Madison. I mean, again, as Perpetual's echoed very quickly, I'm assuming it's not because of you. Although you might have them killer moves. Maybe you wore him out. Maybe you fucked him up. I don't know. I'm not assuming that anything happened on the first date. I'm just saying. Maybe emotionally he couldn't take just what you were offering. And, you know, he realised he had to get out. The red hue is amazing today. Yeah, am I very red? Am I very, very red boy? Stop talking like I know I'm digging myself into a hole. Madison, what happened? Oh, shit. Fuck. That's funny. I shouldn't laugh, but that's funny. Very red Santa. Yeah, I've been messing about with all the saturation levels and stuff, and you know, trying to get it so I'm not see-through at times. Am I no longer see-through? Is that fixed at least? Oh, I'm sorry, Madison. I shouldn't have laughed. That was just, it was my instant reaction. The way that you phrased it was so good. Oh, goodness. That was a funny one. Alright then, so the way the other one works is if it's set to 7 critters, I think, then it would dump out an egg into here. So if this was at 7 critters, it would dump out. So this one we only want to keep, like, 1 critter. So can I do this to 0? Will that work? So if we change you to, like, 29, and then back to 0, do you work as 0? You seem to be. Don't know. We might have to keep 2 now, I'm not sure. But anyway. We'll soon find out. I just want to get this online so I can forget about it for a bit. And hopefully come back and there'll be loads of eggies and fishes in here. Which would be great. So, you are going to be 4. We'll leave that for a second so we don't send anything where it shouldn't be. You are going to be 4 edible. And it's pacu filet, as Stone would say. And then we're also going to have some potential eggshell in here as well. That'll be fine. Get this last piece done. Wow. And now you're going to be 4 critter egg, fry egg, and also, yeah, just fry eggs in this one. Okay, because we only want these normal fry eggs. And then this one we'll put in the other eggs, for example, gulpfish eggs and tropical eggs. So I don't mind if they go in here, but I don't want them coming in here. Can we not do gulpfish eggs yet? Maybe we've not got any. That's fine. I think that should work. And then this boy up here, we can shut this door now. Nobody should need to come in here for a minute. This boy here, we'll need 2 lines coming up. We'll have one that just bridges straight in. which is going to be you. And then we'll have another one that, Jesus, another one that hippity hops over. And we'll have to find its way up here. And into there. But I might do it into there, so in case I rip this out later. And I'd also like to get the meat and stuff collected from the hatch ranches and stuff automatically, because that way it doesn't get eaten. Because at the moment, it's probably sitting on the floor before a dupe can come and get it, and then it gets et. It gets nom-nommed. And I did set up additional loaders for this stuff. I think this one in the middle is meant to be for my meat. Although this won't give us very much, in fairness. I don't think I'm going to be even hooking this up. The amount of meat we get off this is probably like one bit of meat every 10 cycles, 15 cycles. It's not very much. So we'll forget about that. I think that's all we need for this. It should just manage itself, pretty sure. Eat a stadium full of dicks, by the way, Grosky. But what happened? Oh, somebody's super ginger today. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah. You laughed really hard when you found out, like, what the fuck is my life? Oh, that sucks though, man. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have laughed. I feel bad now. I shouldn't have laughed, but it's just the way that you phrased it tickled me right up. There's no excuse, but it did tickle me right up. Okay. I need to give him access again for a second. We'll do it on this door. Right then, so I'm getting sidetracked from what I was trying to do down here, but that's okay. This pipe is hopefully... Oh, wait, I won't be able to fully empty this yet. Let's see. So I want to do a bridge off here. I need to do an iron job. Maybe if I just dump some oil for a second. Just dump this out. Okay. So this should put some more oil in now, shouldn't it? Oh no, we need to do a job. Okay. I don't want them doing this. I wish you could toggle off manual use on here. That would be a nice little feature. Because at the moment, this fish is just sitting here, just gorging himself. Nom 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 nom. At 1 kilo intervals. Maybe if I... Well, this is already a super low priority. I shouldn't be doing this. There's building work to be done. Alright. Might place some of these tiles as well. It looks a bit nasty when we've got all this CO2 in here. Let's do that. This probably doesn't need to be an open ranch either, because ultimately they're always going to be glum in here because they've got a tiny amount of water. They're always going to be pissed off, so it doesn't really matter if this is open or closed. I always wonder why they never put a calorie system for the fish. Right, a couple of bits of conveyor in here and then that's finished. Is this now empty? Yeah. Yeah. So we will just nip off you, probably you as well, and you. Then this line can come in. Yeah, shit, I'm going to want to move quite a bit of this. There. You can come through there. Deconstruct. Ah, shit. Alright, change your plan. Change your plan. We'll just do the polluted water line comes through up here. think you should be able to see my predicament. Maybe we'll just drop you. God, this is going to be a mess. Alright, this will be fine. And then what I'll need to do is figure out how I'm going to get liquids from one reservoir to another. I really wish you could rotate these. Let's just put them on this side, but then I'm in the wrong place for filling up my pipe. Yeah, we could probably leave that there. Lovely. Bridge City. You'll go up here, you'll go, oops, up here, and then you'll be my feed down. Ish. Yeah. Disgusting, makes me feel like I need to start a new super neat perfect symmetry base to compensate. What do you mean? We've got symmetry, it's just we've got a bit of, we're in the midst of a couple of processes. Listen, this here needed to be like this. I didn't want to do it in the middle. It had to be like this. Because I only wanted a little bit of wetter down here and I had to drop my pacus off quickly. You're very particular. Well, that's what they say about you. I've heard that said about you, Perpetual. He's very particular. He's a very particular prick, I've heard them say. He's a very particular person. Oh, Perpetual, he is very particular, if you know what I mean. I've heard them say this about you. I've seen it written on toilet walls. Alright. Get out of it and never come back. Never come back. Get out. There we go. Alright. So that should be fine. You can hit property up here. And up here. That'll be okay. Right, so we can turn this back on now, even though we're not going to be doing any jobs just this second. I'd like him to lay an egg so I can see what's going on. He's hungry, but he has eaten, which means we should get an egg soon. Reproduction 10%. But change for cycle 67. So in like a cycle in a bit, we'll get another egg off this guy, and then we can see if this works. I'd like it if they couldn't lay an egg up here, but I think he's going to, and that might balk things up a little bit. The option would be if I had this dropper up here, it would sit here until he flip-flopped down. Maybe that's the solution. Could move that dropper up a little bit. Oh fuck, not here I can. Blip. Balls. Just worried, as I say, if this fish just happens to lay an egg here, which it did before, like one of the fishes did before, then it kind of throws things out a little bit. Let's not be lazy, let's fix it. I can make this go away by bridging... Lower the water 1 tile. Would he definitely eat here? Is this definitely the eating square? I think it is. It's probably the easiest shout, Max. You might be onto a fucking winner there. Let's try that. Won't be able to get up here without a little cheeky ladder. Can rip all these out in a second, that's not a big deal. If we do that. You might be on to a winner there, Mex. Also, how are you, you android from the future bastard? What do you know? What do you know today? Currently, he still thinks he can get up there, but I think that'll fix on a save and load. Madison Rose, El Sneezo. You're doing fine, by the way. You're flying. You're like a super farmer at the minute. Alright. Okay, so maybe that'll be fine then. We'll see. Okay. So this is online now? Nice. So now I've got some 30-degree water coming into here, which is good. That is fine. So let me fix this now, and I think we are going to be lazy, just go straight through, because this was pissing me off. And again, the solution Wachunga's come up with, I'll show you actually for those of you that might not have been on the Discord. Wachunga's come up with this setup, which seems so unnecessary that it makes what I was doing look like Babby's first. So in here he's got a switch, an OR gate, or an XOR gate. He's basically done what we were going to do, which was have the pipe thermo sensor, or is that an element sensor, before the liquid shut-off sensor. Goes to 2 buffer gates, which goes to a switch. You should probably just give in and use the rest. Well, I don't want to, and I shouldn't have to, but it's so much easier, surely. I'm just going to go straight through, which is even easier, Perpetual, don't worry. Because I'm conscious that it's taking a piss. I didn't have time to have a nosy and debug and tinker myself, so this is what Wachunga came up with anyway. Go away. This is what Wachunga came up with. It seems very elegant. It's basically... the premise is that it's triggered by dupes being on a sensor. Pressure plate. So the idea is when a dupe steps on the pressure plate, because he's starting a refinery job, the pipe shut-off is disabled and no new coolant can be added. The reset on the memory toggle is triggered when the element sensor detects that all the used coolant has left the refinery. One of the buffers is set to 0.1, the other to 1. He's basically done a really nice, intelligent setup here. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be even lazy than that. I'm just going to pump it straight through. All it needs is a light on the same automation, yeah. But our layout's slightly different than this. I just don't want to fuck about right now. We could do something like this. And I do appreciate Wachunga, you little hero. Are you still in chat? Are you here? I think you were here earlier. You've got a simpler design for you. Dare. Go for it. Do you want me to do it, Wachunga? Well, this is the thing. I knew I'd feel bad if I didn't do it now that you put all the time in. It looks lovely. Can I have Discord? Yeah, there you go, buddy. Thank you, Petra. You did it quicker than I could, mate. Jesus. This does look very slick. You make me feel bad now. It has potential issues. Well, this is what I was wondering. Like, what happens when debris falls on here, or... I don't know. Like, when one dupe runs to the other refinery, because I've got 2 refineries in line, it runs over one. Does it trigger this? And There's a channel called Oni Talk. If you want to pop it in there, by all means, feel free. I'd gladly look at it. Because I'm hating this right now. I'm really hating this. I'm going to rip out all the automation and... yeah, we're just going to be brutal about it. Because screw this thing. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm going to rip out this bastard. Oh, I took all the ladders out of it, didn't I? Because I decided this was finished and fine. I do remember saying, I'm very confident about this. It will all be fine. This is how confident I am. Look, there go my ladders. I'll just whack a load of ladders wherever we can in here, just to get this done. Fuck's sake. We can also get these suits online now as well. We should have enough Atmos suits kicking around, I think. We've got 9 kicking around, which is weird. So let's get all these delivered, and then we can turn this on, and we can actually open up the base on this side then, which would be awesome. I need to finish off doing my gas piping as well, don't I? So I've got a bit of a weird issue here. Which you can see where the problem is here. Okay, let's have a look. Pew pew pew. Jesus, misery. This looks like a lot. What are we looking at here? Oh, you're using an aqua tuner setup though. The petrol does not go through the aqua; they just get cooled by the steam turbine. Yeah, that's not an easy setup with the space that I've got though, buddy. That's a setup you've got in your base that you've built around your base. I'll show you on stream. This is not a solution to my problem. Jesus. Let's get this over here. Alright, so this is Misery's base. Here's his refineries, and then he's got some steam turbines, aqua tuners in here. We've not obviously got the aqua tuner infrastructure yet, so that doesn't help me. But what he's basically doing is he's running his petroleum. It all comes down this line, which comes into this line, which then gets run into this tank and goes through his aqua tuner room, which then goes back into his refineries. Yeah, we ain't gonna be doing that, but it's a nice idea, don't get me wrong. I want to boil my oil later, so for now I want to be using some of it to turn into petroleum, but later I want to boil it into oil, so I don't want to cool or yeah, I don't want to take any temperature out of it in theory. I want it to be nice and hot. It's a nice idea though, solid idea. They stay at 125 to 140. Yeah, that's not what I want though, buddy. I'll show you. Listen, we're going to have a bit of a simpler setup than that, and it's for a good reason. It's because I'm planning for the future more than anything. This carbon dioxide pipe is really not in the best place. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's nip this off. This is only for the uppermost line anyway. And then this can go up here to... That's a point. It doesn't need to be orange from this point on, does it? We can make it all white. Yeah. Just cancel you. That's fine. And that'll be real pretty. They added squeaky puffed rust biomes today. Yeah, the latest fix, they said they put more critters in. This critter should survive longer in other biomes now. I think it was just a bit of an oversight. I don't think they'd meant to have all the critters die off. Excuse me. So I think they've rebalanced it and made them survive a little bit longer, which is nice. Should really put a little bridge in here just to make it symmetrical with the other side. Let's do that. There we go. And then this pump can be turned on. I don't know if we've got the power for this. This circuit is busy. Because of these feckin' filters. And this shit. Might not turn it on. Let's look at doing the filters on this side. I've been meaning to crack on with this for feckin' ages. And I can do it now without too much risk. Because we've got so much oxygen in here anyway. So, we're doing a mass rip out. Yeah. This should all be on mechanical filters. So, you're out of here. You're gone. As well as you as well. You can get out of here too. Son of a bitch. The only problem I am going to have is potentially dupes and exosuits running out of oxygen, but we'll try and hook that back up quickly. Boop. Get me old ting out. Right then, so this needs to be... We're going to rip this out, weren't we? So let's get rid of you. Like so. We'll leave that in place for now. You get dropped down 2 layers, don't we? 2 tiles. And I don't really want my tubes to be able to come through here either, so we'll just do that. Nice. Everything's priority 9 right now. I'm looking at it so it's getting done. That's what my feelings are. Might as well nip this off for now. Does anybody not have a snazzy suit yet? Should I just make 2 more suits before we rip this out? Do you know that I used insulated sedimentary rock pipe? I viewed it as it has good thermal conductivity. Insulated sedimentary rock pipe. In relation to what, Sandwraith? Using it for what? Right, so we'll tidy up this mess. We'll make this so they can't get through there. Yeah, I don't want dupes being able to get back in at the minute. You can go. You can go. And you can go. This fucking pipe in here is a joke. Alright then. You can go. That's fine. I'll feed these Atmos suits off of something different. We're probably going to mostly go. Yeah, just get rid of all this. Just so I can see the wood for the trees. And then if we get rid of these ladders and this fire pole, we're never going to have access to here, are we? We could do for the fire pole, I guess. No, we're not. They're going to go around here and down. And that ladder's going to be ripped out as well, isn't it? It's all going to be ripped out. Although, do I want to get back in here? I think I do. I want to put another pump in here. So we're going to go inside here and try and squeeze in another pump in the middle if we can. We're probably going to have to rip out a lot of automation and it's not going to be pretty. But I think we can figure it out. It'll be fine. And get this debris out of here as well. It's been triggering me for so long. Right. So if we get rid of this, I can let my inside dupes deal with it, can't I? So do that. And that's what's happening over here as well. Cool. Get my Oni fix in now. Sweet. Nice, Craig. Nice. That sucks. Fuck. There we go. They made it out. Okay. And let's just deconstruct this as well. Cool. And now we can get rid of these, that. And fill you in. Like so. Tidy. Much better. I'm saying that for now. I'm about to put in a shitload of pipe in here to make it look miserable. Make sure you got people assigned to tidy, Madison, with high priority. Because generally if you're mopping something, you're normally mopping it with some sort of urgency, aren't you? So I normally make sure that tidy is quite high priority, for the most part. Alright, so we'll leave a lot of these in for now. Just whilst we figure out our piping. Just rip out a few more bits of this stuff that's kicking around. Like you. This is my hydrogen feed. You can be ripped out. You can go. Do you have a volcano? I don't have any magma volcanoes. I've got 4 metal volcanoes. I've got copper, iron, and 2 gold that I've found so far. Ah, shit, my hatches are all staggered again over here. I just need this to get into a nice rotation now and we'll be laughing. Why are you boys stuck? Reachable food. Oh, wait. Get this done. I should probably point out though, we have done much work with magma in the past, but I'm not really rushing towards doing that today. Today what I want to do is get my base sorted a little bit, sort out some mechanical filters down here so we're not pissing away power, get that online so all this is nicely functioning, and we'll have lots of oxygen going to where it needs to be. So if you remember last stream, I had to toggle this off because we didn't have enough oxygen coming into the suits. So that is what I would like to do. That's what I'd like to make sure gets done today. We get all of our suits and stuff functioning properly. Probably means putting a few overflow pipes on our oxygen system, but we can get to that. So did we make those suits? We did. Snazzy suit. Just in case I'm missing a couple. Yeah, green, camo, and we'll get 1 more, 2 more, and then we'll rip this out. I'd also kind of like to get another load of exosuits made for the top before I rip this out. Shit. This is fine, this is way over because these are on alternate times, so that should be fine, which means I can connect this up. Just going to be a little bit ugly for now, but don't worry about it. And then we can get this crap collected out of here, because I don't really want to give my dupes access. But I do temporarily need to get rid of this funk. I might just put a dropper here just so I can get the get the stuff out for now. It's just polluted dirt at the minute. I don't want them to make a load of polluted oxygen in there. It sucks. I remember looking at this like when they were 60 years old, like, yeah, I'll do that at some point. And then 80 cycles old, I was like, yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. 96 cycles, yeah, I'm on it, I'm doing it. And then I just never did it. So, let's just put, for now, put organic, polluted dirt and rock piles just to make sure this gets done. We'll just change this to there. And then... what's this sweeper for? Oh, this is putting more eggs in, isn't it, in future? I remember. Okay. So that's now out of there at least. And then we'll change this to... meat. Delicious. That's fine. Oh, an eggshell. Might as well get the eggshell off as well. Just for now. Yeah, fuck. I'll get it next cycle. Don't want to mess about with it. Okay, so that's that done. The Pacu should be done. This should be done. We'll rip you out. We're not going to go over any more of them. Do I want to do a load more suits? We should have loads of reed fibre, I would have thought. Let's just make sure we've not overfilled in the old Drecos we probably have. Let's find an old boy and we'll just murder him dead. You die, you are dinner now. Son of a bitch. Okay. You're using 2 volcanoes to boil petrol. 2 magma volcanoes. Oh, you have 8 magma volcanoes and 1 minor volcano. Jesus Christ. 8 magma volcanoes. That is a lot. That is more than 3. What have we got at the minute? It sucks that we can't do this out of lead. I would have loved to make some lead suits. Right, I was in the middle of doing this as well, wasn't I? This should now all be fine. I need to get to this in a second, but we should still... I do need to maybe give these a feed just for now. Do I take the wrong element damage just for a minute?